This video will provide an overview on how to format sources for the author date style following the Chicago Manual of Style 17th edition. This version of Chicago style formatting utilizes in-text citations, which include the author's last name and year of publication, followed by a reference list with full source information. The in-text citations can be formatted as either parenthetical citations, where the author and year appear at the end of a sentence enclosed in parentheses. Narrative citations place the author's name within the narrative of the text, immediately followed by the year in parentheses. When quoting directly from the source, a location indicator is necessary. The reference list is placed at the end of the article or assignment and should either be titled References or Works Cited. The full details of the source appear here. Chicago style requires including the same elements as outlined in Chapter 14 of the manual regarding formatting a bibliography, except for placing the year of publication directly after the author's name. The basic structure of the author date citation includes the author's surname and year of publication. Using the term author could also refer to multiple authors, institution or organization as author, editors, translators, or any other contributor type. For the parenthetical citation, no punctuation is necessary between the author and date. This slide includes two separate examples of the citation types. Both include multiple authors and year of publication. The first example places the author's last names within the parentheses along with year of publication. The second example, a narrative citation, includes the author's names as part of the narrative, placing the year of publication in parentheses following the last author. Location indicators are used to provide specific information when including a quotation or specific passage from a source. They help readers locate the exact passage being referenced, especially in sources like books that have page numbers or other location markers. Page numbers do not need to be specified within the citations. However, other location types should be indicated, such as section, equation, volume without page number, volume with page number, which uses just a colon to separate volume and page numbers, note, chapter, or paragraph. The location indicator follows the date in the citation and is preceded by a comma. The examples on this slide showcase various location indicators. Citations typically follow direct quotations. However, they can precede them, particularly with narrative citations. You can either place the citation with year and location at the end of the quote or immediately following the author. Parenthetical citations following a direct quote would include author, year of publication, and location indicator in a single citation. There are variations in the single author and date formatting. Multiple sources can be combined in a single parenthetical citation, but it must be separated by a semicolon and in either alphabetical or chronological order. For the narrative citation, the publication date directly follows each source author. When citing multiple authors, you will need to spell out the word "and." Similar to other citation styles, when there are more than 3 authors, list the first author followed by "et al." If a source does not have an author, but it was created by a group, company, or organization, that organization is listed as the author. When the organization name can be abbreviated, you can do so in your citation. However, the abbreviation will be listed in your reference list, followed by the full name of the organization enclosed in parentheses. Additionally, for some sources, such as websites, there may be no publication date provided, so n.d. replaces the year of publication in the citation. When no author is listed for a work, use the title of the source. For books, journals, and periodical titles, the title is italicized. For articles, chapters, and shorter works, use double quotation marks. Additionally, longer titles should be shortened in the text, up to 4 words while being easily recognizable. The reference list, or works cited, is placed at the end of the document or text. The entries are organized in alphabetical order with the first author's name inverted. If you have multiple sources by the same author, any single author entries should precede the multi-author entries beginning with the same author. If you have multiple sources by the same author or creator, those entries should be arranged in chronological order by year of publication in ascending order. Titles are capitalized using headline style. The titles of larger works, such as books or journals, are italicized. Smaller works, such as chapters or articles, are enclosed in quotation marks. The noun forms of terms such as editor, translator, volume, and edition are abbreviated, while the verb forms are spelled out. This table breaks down the typical elements included in the most common source types used in academic or scholarly works. All sources should start with author followed by year of publication to easily identify matching the correct source from the author date citations. Electronic resources will usually include a URL, database, or DOI. This table breaks down the typical elements included in the additional source types that might be used in academic works. For multimedia sources such as television or podcasts, you might be citing a portion of a larger whole, such as a single episode, so the episode title or number should be provided along with the series title. It's common when citing websites or web pages from organizations that they take place of an author. Therefore, the website title may be omitted if it's the same name. This slide provides an example of what a reference page would look like with various source types. The references are sorted in alphabetical order and the first author's name is inverted. Additionally, any sources that go beyond the first line are indented half an inch from the margin. The first source is a chapter in an edited book. The second source is an article from a journal. The third is a web page. This slide is a continuation of the previous slide. The first source is an online newspaper article. The second source is a book with a single author. The last source is a streaming video. The Chicago Manual of Style Online was consulted for this presentation. Access is available to all USC students, staff, and faculty. USC Libraries recommends consulting the manual for further text and source formatting that was not covered during this presentation. If you have questions, please visit libraries.usc.edu/ask.